Today, echoes of Oklahoma's past, a new chapter for a turn-of-the-century chapel, a theater bringing you histories, mysteries, and a museum that rocks.
Travel with AAA's Discover Oklahoma.
Hi, and welcome to AAA's Discover Oklahoma. I'm Jennifer Reynolds.
And I'm Dean O'Lally.
We're coming to you from postcard perfect Tuscan wine country this week.
Well, sort of. The picture postcard part is actually correct, but this wine country is actually northwest of El Reno.
Okay, so we're really coming from Chapel Creek Winery, and it's just the first of one of our landmark stops today.
We are rounding up some historic venues, places that have a vision for the future, and this place fits that description perfectly.
This beautiful chapel is the centerpiece of this area, built in 1913 at the cost of $10,000. It's in the process of being renovated, but this old structure has aged well. It has style and class, much like the wine that is made here at Chapel Creek Winery. Well, I should say award-winning wine.
Well, we actually have 26 different varieties of wines to choose from. We source our grapes from all over the state of Oklahoma. This year I've got contracts with 8 different growers. 5 of those are growing a grape that I really think that has a lot of ability here in the state to make some good wine, and that is the variety of Norton. The last 2 years we've actually pulled in a little bit of Norton from the state of Missouri. It wasn't commercially available for me at that time, and we've won several awards with those Norton wines. We just won a gold medal at the Dallas Morning News wine competition. That was an international wine competition.
Another element that makes this winery special is that it's part of a 2-year program from the Redlands Community College.
Well, Redlands Community College has a 2-year associate's degree and a 15-hour certificate program in viticulture, the art of growing grapes, and enology, the science of making wine. So we're the only school in the state of Oklahoma that grants a degree, a full degree in those studies. Chapel Creek Winery is the college winery that where we actually prepare the wines. The students come in an enology class. They'll bring grapes in August and September. We'll crush those, we'll press them, we'll age, we'll fine them. They'll actually go through the process of bottling, labeling. We actually teach a course in marketing as well. So they'll learn every step of the process, and Chapel Creek Winery is the winery where they do so.
I've always found the winemaking process really quite fascinating. Once they make their way off the vine, they'll ferment for a while. Then those same grapes will spend a year in an oak barrel, then another year in a bottle. So from the vine to the table, we're talking 2 years.
2 years, but an incredible amount of work, the kind of work that we sometimes forget goes into making wine. Andrew says his students are many times surprised at the amount of physical labor that goes into the whole process.
I joke, but it's not really a joke. It's my job to beat the romance out of this proposition, because there's a lot of physical labor that goes into growing grapes and making wine in the climate that we have here in Oklahoma. But we are producing grapes that are producing wines that are winning those awards.
Right next to the award-winning winery is a goat dairy where they make delicious artisan goat cheese. It's also part of the Redlands Community College program, where they have a 2-year degree in agriculture. Now, the Chapel Creek Winery is open for tours Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays from 11 to 5. Come on out to relax, take a tour, sample some wine and cheese, and enjoy.
We want people to come out, go through the vineyard, take a look at the winery, and then, of course, taste those great wines.
At the Chapel Creek Winery near El Reno, I'm Dean O'Lally.
Chapel Creek Winery is open every Friday and Saturday, 11 to 5. Just click on over to discoveroklahomatv.com for a link to their website.
We are on the lookout this week for historic venues, places that have changed with the times. I guess you could say places that have reinvented themselves.
The Jewel Box Theater, for example, has 50 years of stage productions in its wonderful history, and it is really a fine example of Oklahoma resilience and innovation.
And Shel Wagner tells us that this season the Jewel Box Theater has set the stage for an Oklahoma mystery.
You are a problem.
It's a story of love and heartbreak, of fame and scandal, and ultimately of hope and redemption. The unbelievable trials and triumphs of the Marlin family are the subject of a new play that is a must-see for anyone who loves Oklahoma history.
The play by Bob Perry made its world premiere right here at the Jewel Box Theater in Oklahoma City.
The Marlin story was just fascinating. E.W. Marlin came to Oklahoma, made and lost a fortune, married his adopted daughter, then became the 10th governor of Oklahoma. I think it's forgotten a lot of times what a really important governor E.W. Marlin was. He was our 10th governor, but he served from 35 to 39 in the heart of the Great Depression through Black Friday, the Great Dust Storms, the Dust Bowl. E.W. was our governor back then, and of course Lottie was a very attractive, accomplished, polished First Lady, and from what I've gathered, the papers and the media just loved her.
The play, entitled The Broken Statue, takes its inspiration from a cracked marble statue of Lydie Marland, a statue that she ordered destroyed, but it was instead concealed for years, until some folks in Ponca City discovered it and had it restored.
The story about Lottie's statue is it had only recently been put back in the mansion. It had been broken and lost, and the tour guides told me the story, and I remember calling my wife, and this is in 1999, and I said, Louise, I have the story I want to write. It's called The Broken Statue.
Since 1956, the Jewel Box Theater has blossomed into a trusted source of quality theater in Oklahoma City. The theater's original screenplay competition means it also hosts its share of world premieres. But for Chuck Tweed, production director at the theater, there was just something different about the Marlin story that captured his imagination.
Our audiences have just loved our original plays that we've done. We've had 7 world premieres, and Bob's play, although not entered, somebody gave it to me, put it on my desk, walked out. I called them immediately and I said, we've got to work on this. I have got to do this.
Bob says the play is fictional, but is deeply rooted in true events, and goes to prove that fact can be much stranger than fiction.
The ordinary parts of my novel and of the play are the things I made up. The unbelievable, gasping parts are the real-life story.
Even though the play is set in the past, Bob sees it as a testament to the Oklahoma spirit that continues to permeate our state.
And I think there's a real can-do spirit. I think it really shows up in a character like E.W. Marlin.
At the Jewel Box Theater in Oklahoma City, I'm Shel Wagner.
To reserve your seats for The Broken Statue or for season tickets to the Jewel Box Theater, just go to discoveroklahomatv.com.
Now you're going to need to stay right where you are, because when we come back, we're going to take you to a museum that's not as old as we are, but the stuff inside, it's ancient.
We had to send somebody younger out to check it out, someone who still has the energy for that sort of thing. He's Adam Beatty, our man about towns, digging into Oklahoma's past and beyond in Cushing. When AAA's Discover Oklahoma continues.
I hope we didn't forget anything.
I think we're all set.
Hard to believe Megan is in college.
Do you remember how she cried and cried when we dropped her off at kindergarten?
We were both crying.
Good thing we're only a few hours away. Last box. You can call us tomorrow.
I will, Daddy.
And one more thing. You're gonna need these.
No way. Are you kidding? Can I get Mom's car?
Okay, sweetheart, but you have to be careful. Now, I put the AAA insurance policy and the membership information in the glove box.
Just in case anything should happen.
Okay.
I'm really glad we switched our auto insurance to AAA. Really saved us some money. Not to mention peace of mind.
It's nice knowing AAA will be there if her car ever breaks down, too.
John, are those tears I see?
No.
AAA Auto Insurance, for the ones that matter most to you. Give us a call today or talk to a AAA agent nearest you.
Welcome back to AAA's Discover Oklahoma. We're on a mission this week digging up historic destinations.
And our Adam Beatty found one actually in Cushing that's downright fossilized.
Welcome back, Oklahomies. We're in Cushing, Oklahoma today at Richard Dodrell's Rock, Mineral, and Fossil Museum. But wait till you see what he has inside. A lot more cool stuff, so come on in with me.
Yes, sir. Can I help you?
Oh, just looking around.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
How are you doing, Richard?
Oh, just fine. You?
Doing well, doing well. Thank you very much for having us today. I am very excited to get into this. Now, how long have you been collecting?
A little over 60 years.
Wow. And have you been in Cushing your entire life?
No. We first come here in 1940.
Okay, but you've been here a while, though.
Yeah.
All right. What are people going to be able to find when they come to Richard Dodrell's museum?
Well, they're going to be able to find fossils and different minerals from around the world. Well, we've got Indian artifacts, oil field equipment, and early day Oklahoma stuff.
What about your petrified wood?
Yeah, petrified wood, we've got as good a collection, they say, as there is in the country.
Right.
We're an educational nonprofit corporation. That means that we don't charge anybody for coming in, but we do accept donations if they want to.
Very much appreciated, I'm sure.
Very much appreciated, yeah.
What would you say is your most prized possession in this entire museum?
Probably a crab that we have over here, petrified crab.
Why is that your most prized possession?
Well, because it's just perfect. Got the mouth parts and everything with it. These two pieces of equipment here was confiscated by the Secret Service because some fellas was using them for counterfeiting money. So after the Secret Service got through with their court trials and everything, they gave them to the police department. And the police department, when they got tired of them and didn't have no more space, they gave them to us. And I asked them, I said, how did the crooks use them? And they wouldn't tell me.
Really? I think we can safely say they have one of everything here. So come on down and see them. Dodrell's Museum, Cushing, Oklahoma. I'm Adam Beatty.
For all the information you'll need to plan your visit to Richard O. Dodrell's Museum of Rocks, Minerals, and Fossils in Cushing, just visit us at discoveroklahomatv.com for all the rock-solid details. There's so many people that have a fascination with rock.
And I didn't know that many people had an interest in rocks. But take, for instance, our Jeff Roberts. His interest in rocks recently got him in a precarious situation.
Man, this thing doesn't fit like I remembered it. Okay, so you probably remember the Cub Scouts, the Boy Scouts talking about rappelling at Red Rock Canyon. You've heard about Red Rock Canyon, and you think, I might want to try out rappelling. Today, it's exactly what we're going to do. That big boy right there, we're going to go down. So now, I'm not even going to look behind me. I'm starting to go a little further down.
A little further down.
Whoa.
Yeah, looking good.
Whoa.
Okay.
Cool. There's that big ledge there.
Man, I cannot believe I'm doing that.
Turn a little bit further to that ledge there. Okay. Now kind of step down. Okay. And then about a foot below your left foot, there's another ledge. I want you to just go ahead and stand on that ledge for a second.
Okay.
Okay. And then break off. All right. Break off. Feel pretty comfortable? Feel pretty comfortable. Okay. Cool. So you can look down. See Cody down there?
Woo! Hello! Walt, this is awesome, baby!
All right. So
Okay.
when you're ready, we'll just kind of start headed down a little bit more.
So cool. Whoa.
Cool. We start go off that overhang. So
Okay, so now in the movies, they're like doing this kind of stuff.
go for it. Jump out. Let a little bit slide through.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, this is cool. Sylvester Stallone, eat your heart out. I'm running into my guide. Don't do that. Oh.
All right.
Whoa. Okay, so the landing wasn't very graceful. That was sweet. Okay, teacher, for the first time, not horrible?
No, it was great.
Okay.
That was great.
The hardest part is when Paul goes, lean back, because your body's like, I'm gonna fall. But as soon as you lean back, it's cool. We should take my heartbeat real quick. It's going. That was cool.
Don't go anywhere. Coming up next, we found your autumn hay rides and pumpkins and mazes.
A place to harvest your own treasured family memories. So stay tuned, AAA's Discover Oklahoma. We'll be back in 2 short minutes.
Hey, how's Kara doing? Great. Absolutely loves being in college. Sam? Just started driving. Watch out.
Yeah, we just added him to our AAA membership. Smart move.
I'm just glad we have good insurance. What do you guys use? We switched over to AAA auto insurance. With another driver in the house, it just made sense to check out pricing. AAA saved us a ton.
I didn't know they had insurance too.
Yeah, auto, home, and life.
Remember that time when we snuck Dad's car out and got that flat?
Here they go again.
Oh, AAA came and fixed it, and the folks never found out.
Found out what?
Nothing, Dad.
Talking about the time you two snuck the car out while we were gone.
You knew?
Well, of course. Why do you think Mom and I added you girls to our AAA membership? Never told you I always check the odometer, did I?
Oh, great idea.
Thanks, Grandpa. AAA Insurance, for the ones that matter most to you. Give us a call today or talk to a AAA agent nearest you.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma. We are looking at Oklahoma's standouts, places that have withstood the test of time.
And in that vein, our hats are off to the farmers out there who, despite all the weather odds, which always seem to be against them, find a way to produce our food.
And I got a chance to spend some time with such a family, farmers who not only grow food, but have also begun to grow great memories. Rustic Acres in Mason is this week's agritourism adventure.
You have not one maze at Rustic Acres, but two. The haunted maze is about an acre, while the other covers about 3. And by the way, it's not haunted, but it does have a theme that's farm-related, and it's always educational for the kids.
Well, we give the kids a checkpoint card, and on the checkpoint card are 10 ears of corn. So when they come to that certain checkpoint, there is a paper punch connected to that checkpoint sign. And also at each checkpoint, there's an educational something there educational for kids to learn about the farm.
On this maze, they create a different design every year. Now, in case you were thinking the mazes were the only things going on here, well, you'd be wrong. The Bowling family works very hard to make sure there's plenty to do, learn, and enjoy.
We have goats, some pygmy goats that they can feed and pet. We have some bunny rabbits over there that they can look at. We have a beanbag toss where they can throw bean bags through some wooden pumpkins. We have a giant checkerboard where they can play checkers. We have a barrel train that I pull with my John Deere lawnmower, and I give the little kids rides around here. We have plenty of photo opportunities. We have a hay jump for the kids to jump on, and just a good time, just a really good time.
When students arrive on a field trip, the first thing is a nice relaxing ride around the property. It's serene and beautiful here, and I noticed how this group of young people just sat back and enjoyed the view. But once we returned, it was time to get active. The giant jumping pillow on the grounds was the target. There's a fun variety of things from which to choose at Rustic Acres, and you can even go prospecting for gemstone.
We have a place where the kids can purchase bags of dirt, and it has gems in it. It has fossils, and they take it out to the gemstone mining, and they can actually mine it out and get their stuff out of the dirt.
And there's a concession area as well as a gift shop. Rustic Acres is not only good for field trips, but it's also a great place for birthday parties and family reunions, and just a fun day trip. There are campfires and charcoal grills to rent as well.
Yeah, they have a blast. They really do. The parents are, amazed every year. They come out, oh, you've added this and you've added that, and they have a great time. This is a great place where the whole family can come out. You don't have to worry about anything. It's safe. It's good, clean fun.
At the amazing Rustic Acres in Mason, I'm Dean O'Lally. For more information on the Haunted Maze and other activities at Rustic Acres, just go to our website, discoveroklahomatv.com.
With plenty of deep-rooted destinations across our state, agritourism is Oklahoma's growing adventure. Well, I know this isn't going to surprise you much, but we're going to go find something to eat next, and in honor of Mr. Lawley, it's going to be Italian.
And I got to say, from the bottom of my heart, that is a very good choice.
Even those of us who don't happen to be Italian can still find peace in pasta at this downtown eatery, with everything from wood-fired pizza to a grand finale of tiramisu when AAA's Discover Oklahoma continues.
Thanks for all your help.
Hey, babe, what you doing?
Oh, I just switched our insurance over to AAA.
Why? We've been with our guys for years.
I know, but I met with the agent, and she showed me how AAA could match our coverage and save us money by bundling our home and auto insurance.
Really? Well, did we get a discount? I mean, we've been with those guys for years.
Yes, and with the extra money we saved, I was thinking we could take that second honeymoon we've always talked about.
Hey, I am all about that.
So, with all the travel discounts we get for being AAA Oklahoma members.
Well, I do have some vacation time I need to take.
Oh, good, because our room is right on the ocean.
You already booked it.
I did?
What are you guys up to?
Nothing. We're just getting some dinner started.
When are you leaving?
AAA Insurance, for the ones that matter most to you. Give us a call today or talk to a AAA agent nearest you.
Welcome back. AAA makes this show possible and does a lot of other great things around our state. Here's a look at today's AAA.
Hello, Chuck May here with AAA Oklahoma. We've always been strong supporters of making sure drivers are safe on the roads, which is why we support a number of charitable causes that advocate just that, safety. The AAA Foundation for Traffic Safety is one such organization. They are dedicated to saving lives, reducing injuries, and enhancing traffic safety. Since 1947, the foundation has funded hundreds of projects designed to discover the various causes of traffic crashes, how to prevent them, and how to minimize injuries when they happen. AAA has used this research to develop high-impact educational materials for drivers, as well as bicyclists and others who use the roads. This is just one of the many charitable organizations that AAA Oklahoma fully supports. Our goal is to make sure that all of your driving experiences are safe ones. Until next time, may the road lead you to exciting new discoveries. Whether it's insurance, travel, or peace of mind on the road, think AAA every day.
AAA, for the ones who matter most to you.
Now, if you've been even close to downtown Oklahoma City, you know fully well that Project 180 is in very full swing.
It is, and it's exciting, but it can also be a little bit of a problem trying to get around, get to places like this next Italian eatery we're going to tell you about. But we are happy to say it's a great time for us to tell you about it because the situation's improving now. It's easier to get to.
It has improved dramatically, and I've actually eaten there, and it's a wonderful place. But I bet during the construction, I know you, I bet you figured out a way to weave your way around it to get your fix.
Where there's a will, there's a way, baby.
Because I've learned one thing over the years as an Oklahoma Italian-American, don't get between a woman and her pasta.
It's so true, and I'm going to tell you that's going to be the case at Trattoria Il Centro in downtown Oklahoma City. It was a Montgomery Ward store way back when, but through a series of events and redevelopment of this downtown structure, Maggie Howell and executive chef Christine Dowd were able to realize their vision of a unique Italian bistro.
Oh, I'm so proud of this restaurant. I love the way it feels. It feels exactly the way it was supposed to feel when you walk in. It has a urban city feel to it, but it has a fabulous energy with the Italian pop bistro style music and the bright colors and the fabulous sconces. But then you eat the food, and the food is everything.
Much of that credit should probably go to Christine, who has brought her experiences from Chicago and Manhattan to the kitchen of Trattoria Il Centro.
Most of my training my background is in French cuisine, but my heart is in Italian, so this has always been the dream.
Maggie and Christine say they've created a dining experience with a broad range of choices, from casual lunches to upscale dinners and everything in between.
Well, I think the main thing that I love about the restaurant is that it's whimsical, that we don't take ourselves too seriously, that you can come out here and save up a month to come for dinner, or you can come 3 times a week. I think that there's a budget for everybody. We make great pizzas out of this fantastic wood-burning oven that we have. And then we have a great salmon dish as well.
We don't ever open a box. Everything we make is from scratch, and you can taste that in every single thing, from our Alfredo, which is probably our most popular, to our handmade pastas and some of the sauces that we do in our hand-cut fish.
I'm still craving the panzanella, a salad made with focaccia croutons, tomatoes, cucumbers, and mozzarella. The beef carpaccio, unbelievable flavors. And my favorite, the quattro stagioni, if I'm saying that right. And if I'm not, just remember it's the pizza with the egg on the top. It was delicious. And don't forget the vino.
And if you don't want a whole bottle of wine, but you want a glass with your pizza, then that's exactly what you can have, and you have a lot of variety. So absolutely, wine and Italian food is synonymous.
We'll link you to Trattoria Il Centro's website from ours, discoveroklahomatv.com, and we'll also provide you with a link to Project 180's website so you can navigate your way around downtown with ease. Well, that's our show for this week. This half hour just flew by. We're glad you joined us. Thanks to the folks here at Chapel Creek Winery for hosting us. And you've got quite an arm load there, bud.
I do. I have a little bit of cheese and a lot of wine.
Are you going to share?
Okay, well, you know what? You're a nice person. Here's some cheese.
Don't forget to join us next week. Next week, we've got some spooky destinations for you in our special Halloween show. We'll tell you about a way to dig up some family roots, have an amazing maze, and of course, lots of cool pumpkins. Hope you'll join us.
So until next time, remember,
there's always something to discover in Oklahoma.